What is Earth? Earth is the third planet from the Sun and the fifth largest planet in the solar system in terms of size and mass. The only place in the universe where life exists is the environment close to it. Earth, 2012 NASA's SWOMI National Polar Orbiting Partnership is a composite image of the Earth captured by satellites. Top questions. What is Earth? Earth is the third planet from the Sun and the fifth largest planet in the solar system in terms of size and mass. The only place in the universe where life exists is the environment close to it. Where is the Earth located in the Milky Way galaxy? The Earth is located in the Orion Cygnus arm, one of the four spiral arms of the Milky Way, which is about 2/3 away from the center of the galaxy. What is the Earth named for? News, Sun News. Rapid solar wind hits Earth December 23, 2025, 2:15 p.m. Earth sky. Earth, the third planet from the Sun and the fifth largest planet in the solar system in terms of size and mass. Its most notable feature is that the environment near its surface is the only place in the universe where life exists. It is designated by the symbol. The international language of astronomy is the name of the Earth in English and Germanic words land and earth, and is the only planet in the solar system that does not come from Greco-Roman mythology. Earth is part of the observable universe, the area of space that humans can actually or theoretically observe with the help of technology. Unlike the observable universe, the universe is probably infinite. Since the 16th century Copernican revolution, at that time the Polish astronomer Nicholas Copernicus proposed a heliocentric model of the universe. See the heliocentric system. Illuminated thinkers have considered the Earth as a planet like other planets in the solar system. Contemporary seed trips have proved realistic that the Earth is a globe, just as in the early 17th century Galileo used his newly discovered telescope to show other planets as globes. However, after the beginning of the space age, when images of rockets and orbiting spacecraft first contained the dramatic curvature of the Earth's horizon, the idea was verified by direct human observation that the idea of Earth as a fairly spherical planet was instead of a flat entity. Humans first saw Earth as an entire orbit floating in the darkness of space in December 1968 when the Apollo 8 spacecraft carried astronauts around the Moon. In the 1990s, robotic space probes on their way to an outer world destination like Galileo and Near-Earth Asteroid Rendezvous (NEAR) spacecraft also look back to deliver other unique portraits of the planet with their cameras. The Earth will look bright and bluish when viewed from other planets in the solar system. The easiest to see with a large telescope will be its atmospheric properties, mainly mid-latitude and tropical storm-swirling white cloud patterns, which are roughly spread around the planet in a fairly latitude belt. The polar regions will also appear bright white due to the clouds above and snow and ice below. Beneath the changing patterns of clouds can be seen many dark blue-black seas, which will be interrupted by the gray spots of the desert land at times. The green landscape sheltering most people's lives cannot be easily seen from space. They are not only a small part of the land, which itself is less than 1/3 of the Earth's surface, but often covered by clouds. During the season, some changes in storm patterns and cloud belts can be observed on Earth. The growth and recession of winter snowflakes will also be noticeable across the land area of the Northern Hemisphere. Scientists have used the full power of modern instruments to study the Earth, which has not yet been possible for other planets. As a result, much more is known about its structure. This detailed knowledge, consequently, gives deep insights into how planets usually cool, how their magnetic fields are formed, and how planets develop internal structures, providing deep insights into the mechanisms of separating light elements from heavy elements, emitting extra energy for geological processes and changing the crust structure. The Earth's surface is traditionally divided into 7 continental masses: Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America and South America. These continents are surrounded by 5 major water bodies: the Arctic, Atlantic, Indian, Pacific, and Southern Oceans. However, it is convenient to consider the individual parts of the Earth in terms of dense, fairly rounded layers. Expanding from the inside to the outer, they are the root, cover, crust with rocky surface waterscape, mainly the ocean, which fills the lower spaces of the crust, the atmosphere, the troposphere itself, such as the troposphere, where the weather occurs, and the stratosphere, where the ozone layer is located that protects the Earth's surface and its organisms against the UV rays of the sun, and the magnetosphere, a large area in space where the Earth's magnetic field predominates the behavior of electric charged particles from the sun. This astronomy-based summary summarizes knowledge about these sections. The discussion complements other medical methods based on earth science and life sciences. Earth's shape and dimensions are discussed in the geoscience essay. Its magnetic field is discussed in the geomagnetic field article. The solid Earth and its atmosphere and the early evolution of the oceans are discussed in the geological history of the Earth. Earth's geological and biological development, which includes its surface properties and the processes through which they are created and changed, are discussed in geochronology, continental topography and plate tectonics. Atmospheric behavior and its slender, ionized outflow boundary are discussed in the atmosphere, while the water cycle and major hydroelectric properties are described in waterfront, oceans and rivers. As the field of study is discussed in the solid Earth geologic science, the methods and instruments used to explore the Earth's surface and inner parts are discussed in the exploration of the Earth, and the history of the study of the Earth from ancient times to the modern period has been surveyed in Earth science. The average distance from the Sun to the Earth is about 14.960000 km 9.29, 60,000 miles about the global ecosystem and their life-supporting stages. The planet orbits the Sun in a path that is currently a circular, less peculiar path compared to the orbits of two planets other than Venus and Neptune. The Earth completes a rotation or an entire orbit of the Sun in about 365.25 days. The direction of rotation, from the north to the counterclockwise, in the same sense or direction, such as the rotation of the Sun, Earth's rotation, or rotation around its axis, is in the same sense, called direct or progression. The rotational period of a stellar day, or length c day, stellar time 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4 seconds, similar to Mars' day. Jupiter and most asteroid days are less than half long, whereas the days of Mercury and Venus are almost more than their orbital periods. 23.44 degrees slope, or Earth's axis leaning towards its orbit, which usually produces more heat and more hours of daylight in one hemisphere or other hemisphere within a year and is therefore responsible for the cyclical change of seasons. With an equatorial radius of 6,378 kilometers, 3,963 miles, the Earth is the largest of the four inner, terrestrial, rocky planets, but it is considerably smaller than the gas giants in the outer solar system. Earth has only one natural satellite, the Moon, which orbits the planet at an average distance of about 384,400 kilometers, 238,900 miles. The Moon is one of the largest natural satellites in the solar system. Only the giant planets have the same or large moons in size. Some planetary astronomers consider the Earth-Moon system to be a dual planet, with the dwarf planet Pluto and its largest moon, Charon.